Moments with Asian.
If you're a formulator, this video is for you. If you've been wanting to know how you can stand out as a formulator, if you've been wanting to know how you can get it right, if you want to be a pro formulator, not pro mixing now, if you want to be a professional skincare formulator, right, this video is for you. If you were part of people who started formulation in Nigeria using a pro mix method, this video is for you. If you've been wanting to switch from pro mixing to natural formulations, please listen to this video, because what I'm gonna say would help you. I'm talking from experience, because I remember when I started, what I only knew, or what I was able to learn then when I was interested in doing it professionally, was how to pro mix, how to make skincare. I never knew it was even pro mixing. It was in the process of producing and practicing I realized that I kept asking myself, after I was taught and I started doing it, like, but Oyibo people not be so that they do them, then they buy person own come mix inside this one, like inside the base cream, and then start producing. I wanted to know how the foreigners, how the Oyibos were able to formulate from scratch and then bottle it up, or in a container, in a serum bottle, and also in a tube, yeah, and then we'll now go to the market, buy in tubes, and then putting it into our base. I wanted to know that, and that was how my quest for natural skincare started. And luckily I was introduced into it. I went unlearned everything I knew about pro mixing. I unlearned it. I had to relearn from scratch. I had to learn how to produce, not even, because then now you produce not base, and then you start you produce your formulation, everything is included, your actives, your cool down phase, everything is included. Then you learn pH balancing. I'm making this video to let you know that don't think, if you've been doing natural formulation, if you've stopped pro mixing, or you were fortunate enough not to even start with pro mixing like our time, don't think that those products you're producing are bad. Don't think, oh, because customers are complaining, he's not liking me, he's not giving me what I'm looking for, he's not giving me 2 shades lighter. My dear sister, my brother, listen to me. All you need is your confidence. The truth is, as long as you've learned natural formulation on how to produce and use your actives, I'm not talking about tubes, I'm talking about powdered actives, on how to use your powdered actives, and the ones that are comes in oil forms and the rest. As long as you're able to use them and you know that you produce perfectly, with your percentage over being over 100, not exceeding 100, you're able to balance your pH, you are sure of your formulation. Then a customer comes and says, it's making me dark. Sweet sister, now it's the expectation of the customer that is making it look as if you're not doing a good job. You are doing a good job. You've formulated a good product. One thing I want you to learn is how to be able to defend your formulations. How do you do this? Is the fact that you know what you did, because before you start any formulation, you would have actually asked yourself the pertinent questions. Who am I making it for? What skin type am I making it for? What skin condition do I want it to treat? If it's a natural, it's just a moisturizer. Good, is a moisturizer. Is it targeted at children, adults, or the whole family? If you've been able to answer this before you even start creating your formula for whatever you're going to be producing, then you already know the customer you're selling it for, right? So if a customer comes and says, ma, auntie, sister, is not working, tell her to be patient. Oftentimes what is missing in all that product is an exfoliating scrub. Yes, see, a scrub makes a huge difference in a skincare regime. So if a customer is, say for instance, a dark skin, and then she uses your product that you know that you formulated safely, and maybe you use a very mild active like licorice, let's say at 2%, and then the customer complains and says, it's darkening me, know that the customer has been using a product that has a higher percentage of lightening actives. So that is why the customer might be complaining that it's darkening them. Or on the second hand is that the customer has been using product that contains more lightening steroids. So definitely your natural formulated cream could be darkening that person. It doesn't mean your product is not good. So you already know. Tell them that. In short, one thing as a caveat you always have to put in your bio is non-bleaching, yeah, so that they will know that no be bleaching cream you sell. So if you're definitely not producing a bleaching cream, they shouldn't be expecting a 1 week action, a 1 week result. So it's a slow and steady process. So if you're giving your customer a cream and you want they want a quicker action, they want to see quicker results, introduce an exfoliating scrub for them. Okay, so another terms I'm going to be telling you is when you're making your scrub, put a chemical exfoliant, okay, like salicylic or glycolic or lactic, you understand, any of these, put it in your formulation at 2% at the most, and you're going to see a huge difference in your formulation, and you're going to see a difference in the results that your exfoliating scrub gives. One. Then another thing you're going to be looking at for is usage. How do they use it? So if it's a product that is going to say butters, for instance, I am a fan of butter. I use body butter as a lot. My family does use body butter, and we all use the same body butter. So this is how you're going to be telling your customers going forward. If you're producing a butter, be it lightning butter or a moisturizing butter or just natural hydrating butter, this is what you have to tell them. They should stop toweling their skin. What do I mean by this is when they come out from the bathroom, they shouldn't dry their skin to the point of it being dry like you want to use lotion. Yeah, instead they should pat dry. So as a thumbs up, I don't even tell my customers to pat dry. I tell them use the towel to dry up your private area, you know, if you want to, but rub the body butter, whatever butters or oil I'm giving to you, rub it on a wet skin. My sister, when they try it, they're going to be having a very glowing skin. The results would be faster. Why is this so? When you come out of the bathroom, your skin is still wet and your pores are open. When they use the butter or the oil, say glow oil, when the water is drying in, you know, seeping into the skin back, it's going to take that moisture in, so they will see faster results in hydration. So obviously it's going to result in a glowing skin. Yeah, it's going to result in a very good glowing skin. So that is one important thing you're going to be telling your customer, so that they will see results, faster results, and start appreciating your product. Another thing I would like to state, if you need to pay to learn any course, if somebody that you know that is doing something good and is producing what you like, and you ask them that, please do you train, and they say yes, whatever they are asking, sweethearts, first of all ask them, please ma, hope you're going to tell me everything, hope you're not going to be withholding. Let them say yes to this, and then go ahead and make your payment. When you make your payment, go with an open mind. Be ready to learn, ask questions. Once you're learning anything, you learn any active you learn, a new active that has been mentioned, research on it, write it down, have a note. Do you understand? Write it down. Be ready to pay and learn. Go for classes, upgrade classes, learn. If you can pay for international courses, go ahead and pay. One international school I would recommend for you to look into is Institute of Personal Care Science. Okay, that's my number one. Number two is Formula Botanica. Beautiful. Number three is it Alchemist? I will try and get that guy's name. So those are the three international courses or international school that you can pay to learn natural formulation. Okay, if you have the money to pursue it, please do, but if not, do it locally. The truth is, most of us who have learned from them, we've been able to localize what we've learned. What does this mean is, for instance, they are calling an active and you don't even know how they call it in Nigeria. These actives are available in Nigeria, but you don't know how the Nigerian market calls it. So you learn from people who already know this thing, and so that it's easy for you to get a supplier that is not as expensive but sells equally a good active that the purity level is high. Ready to do research. You see, research, research is what is going to make you be better off than your teacher, than your lecturer or your mentor. Why am I saying this? Listen to me. One thing I am proud of is whenever I teach my students, I tell them, make research. Make research. I want you to be better than me. Yes, I say this. Why? Because when my student is better than me, I always go back to them. I am not a proud person. When I'm not sure, I call my student, this thing, can you remember how we did it? Most times you forget. No man is, see, you could be an encyclopedia of knowledge, but after a while, with age and motherhood and life responsibilities, you start losing, those important information that you may have been able to store, years goes by. So if you can teach it out, you learn from your students, because they would have taken that knowledge you taught them, improved on it. How are they able to improve? Is by researching. They would have made research, they would have tried it, would have seen another method. So that is why I am always proud to learn from my students. What I've taught them, I will now go back to them and ask them, were you able to do this? Or if you've been able to do it, can you show me how you're able to carve out another niche from what you were taught? So it's okay, it's good. Whatever you learn, research on it, improve on it. It's very, very important, so that you be better off than your mentor or your teacher. Yes, and oftentimes it's always the case. All right. One other thing, be confident in your formulation. Make sure you get a bestie. When I mean a bestie, a formulation bestie. If you don't have a formulation bestie, it's good you keep up with your either your lecturer, your teacher, your mentor, your tutor, anyhow you want to call the person you learned an upgrade from. Okay. If you don't have such a person, make sure you belong to a network of formulators that you can always pick their brain on something. You'll be shocked. There are people who don't hold back information. Sometimes I would hold back, depending on my mood. Then sometimes, if maybe you've had rapport and then you call me up, why not? But one thing, if you're my student, wake up, call me and ask, you want to clarify on something? If I have the information, I'll definitely tell you. I don't hold back on such information. So what other thing is, just keep being on your lane. The truth is, carve a niche for yourself. See, this industry, the skincare industry, is so wide. It's so wide that me and you can be neighbors, and we are doing skincare, but we're doing different types of skincare. Why? Our niche could be different. Yours could just be for people with acne and skin problems. Mine could be for people who want to lighten. Another person could be for people who want deep hydration, who are battling with dehydration on their skin, who have dry eczema skin, who have those scaly skin. Yeah. So there is different niche. Then yours could be for children. Your niche could be for pregnant women. So you could carve a niche for yourself and improve on yourself. So it's important you do research. See, I keep saying, for most people who we started in this industry with, when we see ourselves, we know ourselves. And what we are happy about is the fact that we've grown. We didn't just get stuck in that, pro mixing, 5-shade lights, lightning, 7 days action. No, those things we don't drop and take. We've improved on ourselves. We've gone, we've learned, we've researched. Even me, sometimes I'm always scared. So there's nothing like, you could bring a new product, a foreign product. All I need to do is research on it and I'll recreate it. Give me 2-3 formulations and I'm perfect at it. So that is the power of research. So I hope you've been able to learn something. I just feel in my spirit that somebody needs to hear this. And as a formulator, it's important you invest in yourself. Do not start producing and be buying from somebody else. No. It's okay for you to buy your competitors' products, check out what they are doing, the consistency, the feel of their products, the smell, why are they selling, those kind of thing. You could do all that for research purpose, but please learn to produce and use your product. It's important. They say charity begins at home. How do you talk about your product when you're not using it? When a customer complains, oh, it's making me sweaty, how are you able to say, okay, truly it's making me sweaty, if you are not using it? So it's important. Have confidence in your product, confidence in your formulation. Continue researching, learn from people who have gone before you, relearn and unlearn. Okay, unlearn, relearn. Yeah, and then be confident in your formulation, and the sky will be your limit. In order for you to be a professional in this industry, you need to ask questions, you need to do the research. Thank you very much. My name once again is Blessing Awa, and the founder of ASEAN Natural Cosmetics. If you're interested in signing up for any of our courses, please contact me on the number on your screen. All right, until we meet again, do have a pleasant day. Bye bye.